What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one. Today we're rocking the V12 high torque, taking this thing for a spin. Really loving it, even after that big spill I had on it. I've learned a lot about this wheel. If you ease into it with these unicycles, like I've said before, you got to take a little bit of time, guys. Whenever you get on a new wheel, even like me, I still make the mistake. I hop right on it and I start trying to gun it because I think, yeah, I've rode these things before, I know how to ride it, and I just take off on it. But even this one was much different than my normal V12, guys. And it was a lot different just because the tread pattern on the tire, and just because my air pressure, and a lot of other things that go into it as well. The torque, there's so many different little things. Even though it looks like the exact same wheel, once you go from one to the other, guys, it could be two exact veteran Shermans set up pretty much the same way, and they just ride completely different. Your tire could be worn differently one way or the other. But I'm just saying, it's little things like that that really add up, and you need to take your time whenever you get on a new wheel, as opposed to how I did it, and just ease into it, guys. Really just hit little jumps, just work with it, twist your hips a little bit, brake on it, go over small obstacles, hit corners, work into your high speed, and it will help you a lot. But anyways, the iNMOTION V12 is a snappy little wheel right here. This thing is built for torque. It is built straight for torque, guys, and it is gnarly. It is crazy how this thing climbs. A little bit later into the video, we're going to be climbing up a mountain. I have never been able to make it up on any other wheel. Now, it has a 2800 watt motor in it. That's what gives this thing the crazy ability to climb the terrain. You see that awesome tread pattern? That's a stock tire that's going to be coming on this wheel. The orange rim is also completely stock on it as well. iNMOTION kind of has that orange theme going with it. I really like it because you can add some like orange Clark pads to it, match it up. It looks really good with that orange rim on it. And I love the tread on this wheel. 16-inch wheel, and then a 2800 watt motor. That's what gives it the crazy torque. You'll see in a second coming up here where I go to get out of a little bit of dirt, and I just underestimate the power of this thing. I literally was leaning way too far forward, thinking it was going to kind of struggle to get out of this little area right here of soft dirt and an uphill, but you see it had way more torque than I expected, and just even burned out right there. So it's a great wheel, and they made it for high torque, and that is exactly what it shines at. The speed limit on this thing, guys, you can change it all up, but I think your safe maximum speed on this thing, guys, for your if you want to set your tilt backs and everything like that, I would put your tilt back or alarm at like 35 miles an hour, because your max speed on this thing really is limited, guys. You can only go about 38 miles an hour on this wheel, but it is just crazy on the torque side, man. There's no other wheel out there. I'm being dead serious about this. There's no other wheel out there that rides so elegantly and effortlessly, where you don't have to put all that force on your calf muscles, and this thing just cruises, man. This thing really is like a little overlanding rig cruising up the side of this mountain. Like, it's like off-road jeeping, but on a unicycle. If you just keep going, keep steady, keep cruising. I'm not going too fast to where I'm gonna, burn out the tire right here and then skip and lose traction. I'm trying to just maintain a low speed to where I can climb this and use that torque to get up this hill. Now, the headlights on this, guys, are extremely bright, just like the normal iNMOTION V12s. I love that. I love the little it looks like a little rocket launcher, the way the four lights are stacked in there. The build quality on this thing is phenomenal. This is the same exact wheel that went down at 40 miles an hour or 38. Top speed, just slammed into the ground. The only thing that's messed up is the screen. Like I said, you can get a replacement screen for relatively cheap, and screens aren't like motherboards. They can make a lot of screens, as opposed to a hard component to make like a motor or a motherboard.
It's absolutely incredible that it's able to do. There's no other wheel I can do this on. I have to get off and push way back there.
This wheel, guys, I think it's going to be about the exact same price as the iNMOTION V12 as the normal one. I think it might be about I think it might be about 140 bucks more than the standard iNMOTION V12, if I'm not mistaken, whenever this thing does launch. But it has an extremely beefy motherboard in it, guys, and this thing is just a powerhouse. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. It is a little powerhouse, and I think it's going to be great for all the riders out there in Seattle, San Francisco, Colorado for sure, anywhere where you have elevation gain. I went to Seattle, and I know how the roads are there, guys, where you just have those steep inclines. This thing would literally look like you're Michael Jackson moonwalking up steep roads of San Francisco or Seattle or anywhere like that. Like, it seriously looks like a magic trick climbing up some of the actual steep roadway roads, because you can do it so fast. Anyways, guys, links below if you want to check this thing out. I think people are going to be seeing this video over time. I don't think it's launched yet, guys, so more technical videos and whatnot going to be coming as we get closer to this thing launching. But keep checking back. Links below. If you use those links, helps me keep rocking with the channel. I'm gonna roll some footage, let y'all check this thing out.
That's steep, dude. That is a beast. That thing climbed that. That's, dude. I had to stop way back on any other wheel. If you ever, you'd have to go way back to see the videos. But I've never gotten this far up. I've never been here in my entire life ever to this spot on Earth, because I'd never been able to reach it on the unicycle. Buddies, they say wherever you have mule deer, you have mountain lions, and they are everywhere up here, guys. I was hiking the other night. Literally, I go night hiking. I go in the middle of the night with bright flashlights, and I go hiking, especially when it's snowing. It's weird. I literally wait till it's midnight and snowing, and I go hiking on the most extreme stuff you can find with flashlights. I go solo too. And I was hiking, and I came across fresh mountain lion tracks, like right in front of me, directly in front of me, and they were fresh. I got out my phone, I was recording the mountain lion tracks. I was still trying to be as aware as I could be. I don't think I could be on this road. It's a private road. You see how easy it is to go by? I'm just talking to the camera. See how easy it would be to go by that private road right there and not even know it? There's Chooch out here doing some night hiking. And look at this. The worst thing to see whenever you're on the trail. Look in front of me. I'm not even kidding you. So, like, these are mountain lion tracks. Fresh mountain lion tracks. See them right there in front of me? See the paw prints? They're strolling through here.
The time. So you see those eyes that just flash right behind that light, and watch again right there behind the rock. The only thing that scared that mountain lion away was that flashlight. Those are the freshest tracks. The snow was misting down, you could see, and he had just walked over there right behind that little bend, and then you can see where he'd even either gotten spooked or either taken down some prey over here. Whenever you come around this corner, you can see where he pounced into the snow.
Legit.
That's what they'll do. They'll kind
They're
of
the strap
look
moves.
at their prey, like you probably perched up,
Mountain
looked at a
lion
bunny
trap.
rabbit or something right there,
I went back
and then
and
just
looked at the video the
leaped
next
on
day.
it and just grabbed it by the neck. And the only thing, guys, that kept me from being the next victim right here, because he was behind me. The mountain lion's right behind me, literally up that hill somewhere. He took off and ran up that hill. The only thing that's keeping me from being a victim is the flashlight, guys. And it's the combination of the headlamp and the flashlight. If I would have just had one or the other, man, I think he would have taken me out too. Just, they don't like light and they don't like a lot of commotion. And I think me talking on the phone right there, I know it probably in most eyes be the worst thing in the world. You know, to most people, like, you know, you don't want to be recording on the trail. You want to be fully aware. I think me talking to the phone right there, making that video, and the combination of lights saved me from, because it's game over. If a mountain lion would have taken me out up on that hill, it'd have been game over. And like, I think it literally saved me talking to the video right there from having him pounce on me. And it wasn't probably the flashlight, wasn't probably one of them. It was probably the combination of two flashlights and then me making that video that kept them at bay, which is scary. More stuff coming on the V12 high torque as well as the S20, and I want to say a big thanks to the guys that sent over some money to buy a new camera. You see, this one is just so messed up. I had to keep it angled. This is a 360 camera, but I have to keep it facing one direction because the other side is completely destroyed from that last crash. So that's the thing. Like, you see the scratches right there. I had to spend a lot more time editing it to make sure I zoomed in past the scratches and all the points that got torn up. So that's one tip. If your 360 mod gets damaged, you can still use one side of it. You got to keep it kind of facing towards you and just use it as a wide angle lens at that point. But big thanks to the guys that sent over a little bit of money, and you see why my cameras get torn up. So this was going to be the S20 and V12 high torque comparison, but I ended up having so much high torque V12 footage in here that it was cool footage. So this was a full V12 video, but have more footage and S20 V12 review and comparisons coming. So still put your questions below if you have them about those two wheels, and I'll answer them in the video I'm editing next. So get on it because I'm about to edit it now.